This video I want to talk about my feedback on the power twister, and basically the title, I am not Superman. um, it just goes back to my whole thing speaking about how we don't need to compete with human beings in a violent manner in order to prove ourselves. Um, it's in the nature of man to want to improve and strive towards perfection. And if you're an athlete, you want to be the best that you can be, but it doesn't mean that you need to hurt other people in order to test your abilities. And with this power twister thing, I think it's a very good indicator of illustrating what I'm speaking about, as far as like testing your abilities without having to hurt people. And it's kind of it's very relevant. So say I got the lightweight power twister, and I'm doing like over 600 reps, 635 reps, and it's easy to get like a big ego boost over it. Oh, I could do 635 times, and you think you're such a badass. Well, the thing is, if if you think you're so good, then hey, let's up it up a notch. Let's find something that's harder. So now I got this power twister in the mail. It's actually labeled with the amount of pounds of resistance, and I purchased the heaviest one, and the heaviest one is 80 kilograms, which is about 176 pounds of pressure on that power twister, and I can't even do it one time. And that just shows you like how no matter what, you could always improve, and that like you're nothing. You could always get stronger no matter how strong you think you are. Like you think you're strong in the bench press, well, just throw on more weight. You don't need to hurt anybody, but you can test your abilities simply by using these devices and these equipment that'll challenge your level of strength. And it's kind of like people that think they're so fast. Oh, I'm so fast. Say they're a sprinter. Oh, I'm faster than you. Well, if you're so fast, then why don't you throw on a 50-pound weight vest and try to sprint with that? See how fast you are then. I mean, no matter what, we could always provide ourselves with a more of a challenge. In order to prove that really we're nothing. We no matter how strong we think we are, we're still weak. We still could get illnesses, get the flu, and get HIV, get AIDS, and die from a bullet, die from a stab, just get knocked out, from somebody hitting us with a lead pipe, or somebody kicking us really hard in the face, somebody punching us really hard in the face. We still, our bodies are still very, very fragile, and like we have to just, I feel that people need to really put their egos in check, as far as these people that compete in a very violent way. There's other ways to improve yourself without having to, hurt other people, and there's endless challenges out there with the use of equipment and training devices that will help us, reach to the next level. But it's just very surprising to me, and it was just crazy to have a power twister that you can't even do it one time, and then now I'm gonna have to work hard towards trying to be able to accomplish that goal of doing it just one time. And and then after I do, if I am able to one day do it one time, then I'll try to do it 2 times, and 3 times, and 4 times. But there's certain things you're limited by because of your size and your weight and your height or whatever. I mean, if you, for example, if you weigh 140 pounds, it's gonna be very difficult to bench press 300 pounds. That's over double your weight. But if you weigh 200 pounds, then there's a better chance that you could bench press 300 pounds because it's not double your weight. But if you weigh 200 pounds and you try to bench press 500 pounds, there's a big difference. That's a lot of weight because it's over double your weight. So with these power twister things, it's like, you know, it's like something that is a consistent weight for everybody no matter their size. That's why it's so hard, because this big old power twister is probably built for people that weigh over 200 pounds. It's not for somebody that weighs as light as me. But either way, it offers an immense challenge for me to try to improve upon. But I think we all have to realize, that no matter how inflated your ego gets, you need to get back in touch with the reality and just face up to it. People have been training in martial arts for over 20 years. They think they're all such a badass. I got a black belt, I got this and that, I can do this and do that. I've won this many fights, I've won this many tournaments, all that bullshit. It's like, in the real world, you get shot and killed just like everybody else. So there's really nothing special about you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people just gotta just get back down to reality and just like put their egos in check. So that's what I want to kind of illustrate to people. A big part of being a martial artist is basically retaining and maintaining that humbleness within, and just that mentality that that openness to always learn, and to never think that you know everything, and that basically arrogance is the opposite of what real martial arts is supposed to be representing. And real martial artists out there had to represent martial arts the proper way, by just basically being natural and humble and modest without effort. It's just in them to be that way, just to be somebody that's open to learn and open to improve, without having to feel like they had to compete with other people, but to just kind of progress with while within meditation, no thoughts. You just better yourself as you live.